Welcome to Wealth Rewired, the podcast where we break down strategies, mindset shifts, and energetic codes behind financial freedom. I'm Billie Robinson.
And I'm Mark Robinson, and together we help people like you design, build, and live a life of real wealth on your terms.
So today we're kicking off a brand new series on something that we are both so passionate about, and that's the feminine and masculine ways of investing. Because the truth is, most people are investing from the wrong energy, and they don't even realize it.
And let's just say it up front. Most of us have only been taught one way to grow wealth: the hard, logical, structured way. Work hard, save harder, grind, push, hit the numbers.
And look, that's the masculine energy. And while there's value in structure and discipline, if it's the only energy that we use, we end up burned out, disconnected, sometimes even resentful of money.
Or we rebel against it completely and fall into the opposite trap, right? Where there's no structure, just vibes, right? Which is where the shadow of the feminine can show up: avoiding numbers, being too passive, or doubting your financial capabilities.
And that's why this conversation matters, okay? Because everyone has access to both the feminine and masculine energies. And when you learn how to actually recognize and integrate them, you become unstoppable.
I think the key here is to understand, right, that this isn't just male and female. It's
Yeah,
not, Billy versus Mark or Mark versus Billy. It's a double energy, right? We both have
without a
the
doubt.
masculine and the feminine. Yeah. So if we define it really simply, the masculine in investing is logic, structure, goals, KPIs, and systems.
Yeah. And the feminine is all about intuition, values, vision, impact, and flow. The fact is, neither is better. Okay. But when we default to one and suppress the other, we actually disconnect from our wealth power.
Yeah. And it's like using one leg to run a marathon. You'll wear yourself out. And if you can run a marathon with one leg, man, hats off to you, right?
Exactly. Now, look, we've seen clients who are great at strategy, but completely out of alignment. Okay. And they couldn't figure out why they weren't moving forward. And we've also seen incredible visionaries who were flowing beautifully, but they were avoiding structure so that their money leaked away.
Yeah, you've got to work with both, right? The
Yeah.
feminine feels the investment and the masculine executes it.
Awesome. And that's why this podcast series is for anyone who actually wants to invest with alignment, not just hustle. So we're going to be walking you through the energetic foundations of investing. We're going to be looking at the two archetypes and their shadows. And we're going to show you real life examples in property, crypto, and business. All right. And we're also going to show you some tools and rituals and frameworks. And we're even going to go through a beautiful guided visualization just to activate your own wealth code.
Oh, I can't wait for that one either.
Yeah.
So whether you're new to investing or you're scaling your portfolio, this will change the way you invest, because when your energy is aligned, your wealth flows.
Exactly. And look, I can remember early on in our journey, okay, I had a deep intuitive pull to invest in a project that didn't make logical sense at the time, but it felt so aligned with our values and our purpose, okay? And it turned out to be one of the most impactful investments that we've made. And I've learned to trust that inner voice even when the numbers aren't perfect.
And look, I've had the opposite, right? I've gone through all in on something that ticked every box on paper, but my gut was screaming. It was like, man, I just ignored it. Yeah. And I paid the price, right? The numbers must match the energy. That's the sweet spot.
100%. Okay. So here's something to sit with after this episode. I want you to think of a time that you made a financial decision that looked good logical, but didn't feel right energetically. So what happened?
Or the opposite, right? When you followed your gut and it worked out, even though the strategy wasn't quite perfect. That's your energetic blueprint showing up.
Exactly. Cool. So in the next episode, what we're going to be diving into is the energetic foundations of wealth. So we're going to be breaking down the masculine and the feminine energies in detail so that you can actually recognize them in your own financial life.
And if you love today's episode, do us a favor, hit subscribe, share this with someone who's ready to invest with alignment, and leave us a review.
Please do. And if you're ready to go deeper right now, head into our link tree for your free gift. Okay. There's going to be downloads of all three of our current books. You'll get the Feminine Wealth Code, you'll get the Sole Purpose of Wealth, and you'll get our absolutely amazing acclaimed book, Wealth Rewired. Okay, you'll find the link in the show notes.
And remember, guys, your energy is your edge.
Exactly. And your wealth journey gets to feel aligned, empowered, and yours.
See you in
So
the
thank you
next
for now,
episode.
and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.